Mr. President, with a one-party monopoly of Washington, D.C., Democrats are back to their old spending habits. Most of the $1.9 trillion within the Democrats' quote, COVID package has absolutely nothing to do with COVID. Unlike the previous 5 pandemic relief bills that were approved with overwhelming bipartisan support, Democrats have shown no interest in working with Republicans and are instead fast-tracking this highly partisan bill through Congress. Now, the bulk of this budget-busting bill is devoted to fulfilling a wish list of longtime liberal priorities, including billion-dollar bailouts, progressive program expansions, and pricey partisan pet projects. And let's talk about a few of those. Look at this right here. A New York bridge to Canada. That's $1.5 million for a bridge connecting the state of New York to, yes, another country, Canada. Or what about this one? The cleverly worded provision that earmarks, yes, I said it, folks, earmarking is already happening right here, $140 million to a subway in Silicon Valley in California. What does that have to do with COVID? And a whopping $350 billion blue state bailout that rewards the states that have imposed the strictest lockdowns. Folks, we should be rewarding the states that demonstrated leadership by finding ways to safely stay open, not those that shut down our schools, closed our businesses, and killed our American jobs. But most importantly, COVID relief should stay focused on COVID. There's still about $1 trillion of COVID funding that Congress previously approved that hasn't even been spent yet. Yes, folks, $1 trillion. So why in the world are we looking at spending yet another $2 trillion, of course, on things that are not even related to COVID? That isn't to say that there aren't needs, because there are. We know that all across our country. But instead of bridges and bailouts, the money should be focused on immediate help to get our moms and dads back to work. And to do that, we need to do a few things. One, let's safely reopen our schools. Let's, number 2, expand access to quality, affordable childcare. And number 3, distribute the vaccine as quickly as possible. And while the bill does actually provide some assistance for these purposes, even here, the Democrats show how out of touch they are with what's actually happening on the ground. For example, nearly $15 billion is included for the Child Care and Development Block Grant. You would think that's a good thing because it's needed. But at a time when so many moms are being forced to choose between their careers and children as a result of school closures, the support is needed. But a loophole in the bill that is coming over from the House allows millionaires to use up this program, which was created to make quality childcare affordable for working parents who are struggling to make ends meet. Yes, millionaires qualify for this assistance, not just our struggling families. And while additional funding will certainly help many, expanding eligibility to those millionaires who have the financial means to afford their own nannies will not. Well, the bill also extends the enhanced unemployment opportunity, the unemployment benefit, and it does provide an extra $400 per week for those who are out of work because of the pandemic. There, again, another loophole. There is no limit placed on the eligibility. That means someone who may be out of work but is still earning $1 million or more qualifies for these bonus payments. Now you might laugh and ask, how many people would apply for unemployment assistance if they were making $1 million? Well, folks, the answer is thousands. During the Great Recession just a decade ago, more than 3,000 individuals with adjusted gross incomes of $1 million collected unemployment benefits. Because this bill doesn't cap who may receive support, jobless millionaires may end up collecting as much as $1 million in enhanced unemployment assistance every week. This is like a reverse millionaire's tax. The Democrats are paying millionaires not to work, with taxes paid by lower income workers. How do you like that socialist scheme? So if you're a coastal elite living in California or New York and maybe making $1 million despite being out of work, this bill is especially generous for you. But folks, this isn't monopoly money. This is the real deal. And someone has to eventually pick up the tab. Sadly, it is going to be paid out of the pockets of essential workers and others who are continuing to work, those that pay taxes and keep America running. Now, as an eternal optimist, I am hopeful that when this bill comes before the Senate, my Democrat colleagues will actually work with us to cut the pork and refocus the bill on what it should be focused on: the immediate needs of the COVID pandemic. Not a fancy subway, not a bridge to Canada, and certainly not wealthy state bailouts. Focus on the immediate needs of the COVID pandemic. And if not, I'm afraid the Democrats will just keep passing go and collecting hundreds of dollars from hard-working taxpayers across this country, only to pay for their pricey, partisan pet projects and wish list items that have nothing to do with COVID. Thank you, Mr. President. I yield the floor.